on.
I think it is.
Testing. We're going to have to shout, Rachel. Testing. Testing. Before Rachel starts, I'd like to remind everybody that graduation is an important time for the students and the parents of our school district, and that we would ask that you refrain from unnecessary talking or catcalling or unnecessary noise. We want to show respect to our graduates. They are excellent and fine young people, and they deserve our undivided attention and respect. Now I'd like to introduce Rachel Michael.
I would like to thank everyone who came here tonight to share this special night with us. I would like to welcome everyone who came here tonight to share this special night with us. And I would like everyone to say hi to Anton Mossman sitting out there somewhere. He said I have to mention his name in my speech, so hi Anton, wherever you are. When I was writing this speech, I thought back on the years I have spent with the people sitting up here. I've been seeing some of them almost every day for the last 13 years. And now, with our school careers coming to an end tonight, I wanted to say something that could somehow summarize what these years have meant to us. But there's too much. How could I possibly say something that would tell what these last years have meant to each person here? For some of you parents, the last 13 years have meant losing a few hairs or gaining a few pounds. Report cards held on a refrigerator by alphabet magnets. School programs in grade school. Listening to 20 little kids, each singing in their own key and to their own inner rhythm, yet somehow all sounding beautiful together. And art projects made of construction paper, yarn, and lots of white glue. Look at us now. Some of those 5-year-old soprano voices are now basses. Little tomboys with the scabby knees have become lovely young ladies, and those little boys have given up reptiles in favor of girls. But for us students looking back, these 13 years are indescribable. Most of our memories are from the age of 5 on up. We have lived almost our entire lives as students. We have lived almost all of our entire lives together. There's a connection between us all tonight, my classmates and I. There are those with whom this connection is stronger, friends we've had since kindergarten, people we met in 7th grade, and the friends we made last week. But it is also there between those of us who have barely exchanged a word. For the last 6 years at least, we've walked the same hallways, eaten the same food in the cafeteria. We've complained about the same classes, and we've sat in the same desks. And that makes the connection. Whether we're from Melrose or Freeport, Meyer Grove, Greenwald, New Munich, Spring Hill, or St. Rose, or some farm out in the country in between. The connection is there whether we were jocks or preps or headbangers or normal people or whatever. We are the class of 1993, and nothing can destroy that connection. Tonight is the end of high school. After it's over, we'll walk away, and some of us will never see each other again. Certainly we'll never be all together as a group again. Next year we'll be in different places, some of us at college or tech school or in the armed forces, or maybe even out in the real world working. We'll go on each to make our own lives separately, but without forgetting each other or the times we've had. Someday we'll tell our kids how hard high school was, how tough we had it when they wouldn't let us wear shorts in 7th grade, and when we had to walk 4 miles to school uphill both ways. And that's just the parking lot. Someday we'll be driving down the road and we'll hear a song that will remind us of some school dance or night out with our high school friends, and we'll sing along, remembering.
Parents, friends, relatives, teachers, administration, fellow board members, most importantly, you, the graduating class of 1993. It is really an honor for all of us to be able to gather with you tonight to witness your graduation, that time when you complete your high school era, and watch you as you begin your new era. This is a time when your friends, your relatives, and your parents are going to congratulate you on your academic and your extracurricular achievements, and deservedly so. But it is also a time when all of us must step back, we must say goodbye, and bid you farewell and wish you well in your new world. But be rest assured that we stand very tall tonight, and we stand very proud, knowing that you have been well prepared for this task. I recently read a quote by Aristotle, which I think is very appropriate for this situation. In essence, it states that the maintenance and the preservation of mankind and empires is directly dependent upon the education of our youth. It applied in his time, and I think it still applies today. Believe me, it makes it a lot easier growing older knowing that the fate of mankind in our world tomorrow will be in your hands. And on behalf of the Board of Education of District 740, I would like to thank your parents, your teachers, and the administration for the support and the efforts on their behalf. But mostly I would like to congratulate you on your academic achievements and wish you continued success in your life's endeavors. My final wish would be that may future historians thank you, and may they look upon your era with a smile of gratitude. Thank you.
You know, it wasn't too long ago when I started thinking about what I was going to say for the speech tonight. And like Rachel's problem, I had numerous numbers of people who were trying to make me say their name tonight. But I think the best one was when my father offered me a couple of his jokes for tonight. And I was thinking about them, and I had to think of a polite way to tell my dad I didn't want to use them. So I said, well, Dad, you know, I'm not really sure I know how to say them right. You know, I've heard them so many times before, both of them. Sorry, Dad. Well, tonight, this is it. Tonight, Melrose High School says goodbye to 122 of its own. There's so many memories and accomplishments leaving with this class. And each senior will take with them one very special memory of high school here in Melrose. A few weeks ago, I was talking with a friend of mine about what I was going to say in this speech. I didn't really know back then. And he said to me, he said, you know, what you're doing, it sounds like a problem. But it's a good problem to have. That's what he said about the speech. It's a good problem to have. I was thinking about that, and I decided that's a pretty good way to describe school. It's a good problem to have, meaning that, you know, over the years, school may have been difficult or tough to get through, but once the problem is dealt with and solved, a student can reap the benefits of a high school education. Usually the easiest way to solve this problem is by trying and giving an honest effort. And I know that each and every one of us has at one time experienced something that was very difficult in our life. It dragged us down and made us want to quit. I'm not only saying this to the class of '93, I'm also saying it to every one of you out there. We all have experienced those lulls in our work that are very depressing and make it seem like the future is hopeless. Well, I would like to say it to each and every one of you, that every one of us has the ability to overcome these situations. Now I'd like to read to you a poem. I first heard this poem a couple years ago when I was watching a movie. And the three high school seniors in this movie used this poem as a source of inspiration to overcome their adversities. The poem is entitled Invictus, a Latin word that means unconquerable. Invictus by William Ernest Henley. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. It happens far too often in this day and age that people find reasons to give up. When they feel they are no longer in control of their lives, these people seem to fall into a slump that rules over everything they do. They no longer wish to try, and when this happens, a change in attitude is usually needed. Students, teachers, businessmen, everyone must realize that they have the abilities to overcome these problems. But they must not get in a slump. They must believe in their unconquerable soul. This attitude is needed in school, at work, and in any other area in life where a person may feel defeated. You know, sometimes this belief can lead into a little trouble. People get in over their heads and they think that they're invincible and everything they do will work perfectly. Well, that's a time when they should think about the setbacks and hardships that they had. Some of the most successful people in the world didn't get to their status by the easy path. They suffered some hardships and some setbacks, and they just kept going. Defeat, hardships, setbacks, they suffered through it all, and their head was bloody, but unbowed. You know, we see almost every day in the news that our president is taking a certain stand on issues. He has his plan about the federal budget, and we all know his stand on gays in the military, and even has his idea about foreign policy. For some of what he does, well, Actually, to most people, for most of what he does, he's received negative reactions. Mr. Clinton was elected because of his views on issues, and we will continue to see him take firm stands on issues for the remainder of his term. The public will always find him unafraid to express his opinion. This is the quality that makes a leader. Throughout our lives, we must always remember that we are in control. Sometimes it is easy to let a spouse or a boss take control of our lives. Once this happens, we lose a little bit of our identity. Even the poorest person in the world has an identity all their own. But if they let society control their lives, they lose a little bit of this identity. Until they can break free and become their own person, they have to realize and remember that they will always be the captain of their soul. Now, I used all the references to this poem because the poem said in few words what it would take me many. Every single person has the ability to be more than they are now. To me, this poem is a bit of friendly advice. It tells us that we are in control of our lives, that we have the ability to do anything, and that we know the road will be rough, but at least we are going to keep our heads up. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Now I would like to wish good luck to all my fellow classmates of the class of '93. And I would especially like to thank Rachel Michael for pushing me so hard over the years. Because of her, I had a lot to do with where I am right now. And now I would like to leave each and every one of you with this final thought, this final statement. Please remember that you are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul.
Oceans Before Me by Dana Hoppy. With water lapping at my feet and wind rushing against my face, I watch the sand particles wash away one by one, swept away, never suspecting. In awe, I watch the horizon stretch across the world, waiting in anticipation for me to reach out and grasp my new life. The sailboats float gently off in the distance. These are my keepers. Small islands await me out there. They are the steps to my destination. I ask, what does my future hold in store for me? The wind speaks. Your destination holds your future. Don't fear it. Grasp it and hold on. Your success awaits you. I look behind me, seeing my footsteps in the sand, my memories. My years behind me, my childhood are gone. I've grown up now, and it's time to say goodbye to the past and hold on to the memories. The friendships, the times we've shared, are locked away, never to be forgotten. My school days are over, but the learning never ceases. One last thought passes before me. Don't look back and don't turn away. The protector of my soul will guide me.
Each year, we bring to graduation a new senior class. Each class is different. Each one has its own peculiarities which make it unique from all the rest. This class is no different. All 124 of these seniors contributed in some way to the successes that this class has experienced throughout their years. Many of them participated in extracurriculars, in athletics, and in the fine arts and all of the extracurricular programs. Overall, these activities were very successful, and this class should feel proud of these accomplishments. During the next few years, they will be asked to make many new choices involving school, jobs, and other areas which will help form their future. Hopefully, they will continue to make the right decisions and will have a happy and comfortable life. Hopefully, we have given them a solid foundation during the past 13 years, a foundation on which many of these decisions can be based. Tonight, they are students. Suddenly tomorrow, they become adults. Welcome, seniors, to the adult world. Like all the others who have gone through this rite of passage in the past, you too will be successful. Good luck to all of you, and best wishes. Mr. Anderson, at this time, I would like to present to you the graduating class of 1993.
Thank you, Mr. Ricklick. And David, I heard those two jokes, and I appreciate the fact that you didn't use them. I want to thank Rachel, David, and Dana for their remarks this evening. I also want to warn Gustavus Adolphus that that place will never be the same either when the two of them get through with it. They are going to Gustavus, so that same rivalry is going to continue, I know. And it's been a fun thing to watch through the years. And David is completely correct when he says that he was pushed all the way. I'd like to welcome all of you who are new to our school district, who are visiting this evening. We're proud of our school, and I think that the students that you see before you are a demonstration of why we are proud. This is just a really enjoyable thing to be able to stand here and recognize and participate with these young people this evening. I'd like to recognize Principal Jim Ricklick for his leadership in our school, and Carol Pepping for her efforts in putting together this program and tying other programs like it together throughout the year. Thanks, Jim and Carol. The teaching and support staff are at the center of our school. We exist for what happens in the classroom. We're fortunate to have teachers and support staff that are committed to students. We want to thank our staff for making District 740 a good school. Thank you very much, staff members. Let's give them a recognition. I'd like to also make a special recognition to one of our staff who is retiring this year. That person is Joan Schneeweiss. She's been a good friend, a good teacher to many of us here, and she certainly deserves our respect, admiration, and recognition. So let's give Joan a big hand, please. If we're going to have a good school, we've got to have a dedicated and supportive school board. We are fortunate, I am fortunate to have such a board. It's going to have its niche in District 740 history because it was involved and led the charge in passing a major bond issue last fall. I would like those board members to stand and be recognized as I call your name. Dr. Jim Mose. Jim is our chairman, and you heard him earlier this evening. Mrs. Ann Neatfeld. Ann is our clerk. Norbert Waldorf. Norb is our treasurer. Director Rita Elfering. Director Joe Meyer. Al Raker could not be with us this evening. He had a prior commitment. Finally, I'd like to have Director and our last board member to be recognized, Otto Cashmitter. Would you stand, Otto? Go. Otto is leaving our board. He's been with us for 21 years. He's provided 21 years of service to the boys and girls of District 740. Otto is a special friend and a special board member. Otto, thank you very much. Dr. Mose earlier expressed his appreciation to our parents. They are the building block upon which our school is ultimately built. We have to have, and we do enjoy, the support of our parents. Thank you very much, parents, along with our communities, for your support of our school district and our students. Thank you very much. Students, let's give them a hand. Finally, the number one recognition that we wish to make this evening is the one of the class of '93. Those people have exceeded our expectations, and they are a credit to District 740. It's my honor to call you forward to receive your diplomas. So Dr. Mose, if you would go to the stage, please, we'll proceed. The first two people that I'm going to call, first of all, David Emdeck. David Emdeck is our top student. Our second student that I'm going to call, Rachel Michael. Ladies and gentlemen, National Merit Scholar, the top of the shelf. Barbara Orbeck. Dana Hoppy. Vicki Meyer. Chad Rowe. Kristen Uphuff. Mariana Leffler. Mary Caspers. Cindy Cheetah. Amy Strowing. Michael Cheetah. Christy King. Ryan Lynn. Angel Jackals. Chris Leeser. Heidi Bolter. James Belter. Wendy Koopminers. Joshua Spoden. Tammy Middendorf. Jeffrey Hiltner. Lori Stevens. Eric Baltus. Susan Hellerman. Jason Punsock. Carla Blonigan. Patrick Timmons. Jody Austin. Travis Becker. Lori Veery. Joel Rausch. Holly Heidgerken. Ron Janke. Jolene Hessian. Joe Kramer. Sherry Pullman. Stephen Stangler. Jane Knutson. Wayne Revering. Jody Hinnenkamp. Chad Schaefer. Laura Yarkey. Peter Wirtz. Kelly Gable. Scott Bertram. Christy M. Klophocky. Corey Rademacher. Chris Fleischacker, Sean Devo, Christine Farner, Ross Frericks, Carla Humbert, Sean Van Drale, Amy Schlicht, Jamie Ritter, Jill Heidgerken, Todd Bussman, Marita Cruz, David Macho, Stacy Freeler, Jason Kramer, Terry Herdering, Jay Hollenkamp, Christy Bauer, John Dockendorf, Lisa Freeler, Dale Garretts, Russell Nathy, Anton Greenus, Michelle Gable, Ryan Hinnenkamp, Christy J. Klophocky, Michael Fabick, Jennifer Nathy, Kevin Feldeward, Pamela Middendorf, Ryan Spanier, Roseanne Klophocky, Ryan Bregelman, Laurie Imdick, Chad Kemper, Jill Boyning, Ross Jensen, Emily Erickson, Chad Funk, Sharon Essler, Anthony Beard, Angela Hens, Sean Imdick, Amber Raring, Brian Klophocky, Brian Schmiesing, Sean Waldvogel, Melissa Lemons, Jaron Nathy, Dawn Schmiesing, James Michael, Michelle Winter, Alan Wheeling, John Schmidt, Gregory Mayer, David Lensing, Sean Felderward, Jennifer Bauer, Russell Reneker, Corey Borgading, Michael Van Beck, Greg Elfring, Mark Finken, Lisa Tenyon, Andrew Schofield, Brian Pung, Ronald Borgading, Dana Boyning, Jeremy Gettle, Tina Nathy, Jason Stearman, Anton Mossman, Justin Williams, Jeremy Nelson, and Rocky Geisberg. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 1993. I would also, before I depart here, I'd like to thank the band members, Mr. Hanson, choral members, and Mr. Lorenz for their contributions to our program this evening. Thank you very much.
senior day. Why don't you come